Welcome to the Joyful Demon Show.
Hello, welcome to the Joyful Demon Show, where we will host interviews of the latest Machinima Madness. Our first guest for today is Ducky from Ducky Productions. Hello, Ducky. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Our second guest today is Josiah, also known as the Mod Mouse.
Wasn't either. Okay, you're welcome back.
Yeah. And our third
Oh,
guest today is Lewis
Oh.
from Lewis. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Demon Show. Are you all having
Hello.
a good time?
Hi.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm having fun. I was just chatting with Lewis and Ducky in the back.
Let me have some
Just
applause
No one
going
just
on.
we just walked out on stage because there's. I mean, I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a stage right here.
Yeah, we're
It's
not
very
on stage.
Pretty. How much did this cost you?
Oh my
Like, a
god.
lot. Like,
It's very
think,
pretty.
yeah.
The lighting's good too. I wish I
It
had this in
cost
my
you
videos.
so much you couldn't afford a camera.
No, there's a camera. If you look right there, it's like very small. You may not
Oh, yeah,
be
yeah,
able
yeah.
to see it. Anyway,
Dude,
yeah,
like
let's
that's a rip off of a. You should have told me, man. I've got a really nice camera at home. I could have brought it with me.
let's have some applause for these three gentlemen.
Oh, good. Thank you!
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm gonna be asking you a few questions. Let's start off with Ducky.
Hi.
Ducky, you recently released Rising Storms.
Yep.
What was your main inspiration for the machinima?
Oh, so actually, I've been planning for quite a long time to create a story about a corrupt government, but since I wanted to tie in a lot more news, it also had to be a bit about global warming and kind of like just the weather affecting everyone else in the world, and that's basically my inspiration for Rising Storms.
Okay. Do you have any plans for a sequel for Rising Storms?
Well, actually, yes. I don't really want to spoil anything, but I have started writing the script and planning stuff out with Lewis, who's here as well.
Hi everyone.
And I'm planning for that to come out somewhere in December.
Okay.
So that's-
And what was your main inspiration for the main characters?
Oh, so Abby is actually, well, as soon as I started writing Abby, I've kind of had the voice actor in my head already because it's actually my friend who I know in real life as well, and I thought that's the character that just had to be her. And then for Jonas, I don't really have a voice actor in mind, but I just wanted someone who is kind of there, but at the same time isn't, which is why Abby decides to kind of go by herself.
Okay.
Just for the whole.
And the most important question that everyone wants to know: will we see more of the demon guy?
Oh, yes, you will. You will.
Okay.
I'm not gonna spoil anything.
Let's move on to the Mod Mouse. Recently we have heard about a
Mod Mouse, the Mod Mouse.
the Mod Mouse.
Lack of knowledge much? Ah, you haven't been around the block, have you? I'm Josiah too. Mob
Oh.
Mouse, that's only my name on the Machinima Hub.
Okay, I'll just call you
Like, no, like-
Josiah.
I'm messing, but like seriously, nobody is gonna know who I am if you call me the Mod Mouse.
I'll just call you Josiah then, okay?
Yeah, you can call me Joe for short if you like.
Yeah, I put you in Jaws in my shot folder. Anyway, okay. So we've heard about a Pokemon show or short film. Do you have any ideas so far on that, even though it's pretty recently?
Well, I mean, yeah. So basically, what I've been talking about on the server lately is there's this new iOS game. Supposedly it's on the Play Store as well, but I couldn't find it. iOS. And it's called Pokemon Masters, and it's about like characters being in this region for this big tournament type thing. And like the game's alright. I'm having fun with the game, but like I'm actually really, really enjoying the setting and the characters. And I'm thinking I might make a role play that sort of is adapted from it and tries to expand on the story and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon ideas for ages, actually. I had an old plan for a Pokemon roleplay that fell through, where I was going to have people playing as Pokemon and then people playing as people. And there was going to be this whole thing where, like, everybody in the world had their Pokemon stolen except for like one guy, and he has to go back and he has to go out and get the Pokemon back, and he slowly like fixes up the world, and he gets thanks from all the people and stuff.
And do you have any ideas for any possible characters for this show so far? Or short film?
Well, I mean, the characters for this show are pretty easy to figure out if we're talking about the first one rather than the second one that I mentioned, because it's just the canon characters from Pokemon. There's a fair bit of characterization to actually work with, even though the writing in Pokemon isn't that, in my opinion. So it's fairly easy to figure out what you'll do for characters. I'm thinking I'll probably focus on like Rosa and Barry rather than Misty and Brock, because like Misty and Brock have had their time in the spotlight.
And do you know any information on maybe a possible release date or anything else that we might want to know?
Honestly, I mean, the idea is still very early stages. For all I know, I won't actually even finish more than like an episode or two, because I want to build the sets, I want to record the things. I'm going to try a new technique to make it so I can do the roleplay all by myself, so that might speed things up. But I mean, if you're asking for a release date, that's just not something I can guess at this stage.
Okay, let's move on to Lewis.
Hi.
Lewis, also known as Enderboy. How did you get picked as the voice actor for Enderboy?
Well, this is actually quite a funny story. Well, it's not funny. It's just interesting. So, I browse through Casting Call Club a lot because, you know, that's where we all go for aspiring voice actors. And I stumbled across this thing which was to do with the Walking Dead, and I thought that was pretty cool. I auditioned. I got the and I was added into this server, and I thought this was really cool. It's great, and I love it. And it was actually something to do with Ray. It was in Ray's universe. If you guys don't know who Ray is, obviously he's a
Rotten
big
Universe?
creator. Rotten Universe, yeah, it's in the Rotten Universe, and I was really cool. It was in the same universe, and I was doing my part there. And one day, Ray said that he had this plan for this film, which was called Enderboy, and I was like, okay. And he said, "Do you want to voice Enderboy for me?" And I said, Sure, I'll do it. And then, not knowing what I'm getting myself into, I sent him the lines. The film came out, and then Ray's like, "Here's what we got planned." And he sent me this list of films, and I went, "Oh my god, you're doing an entire universe of Minecraft animated machinima universe of heroes and characters." And I thought this was really cool. This has never been done before. This is kind of like the Marvel of the machinima unit, of the machinima community. And I'm like, this is so cool. This is so cool. And I'm voicing Enderboy, and then I get to come back to Legendaries now, and I've actually just finished. I actually just wrapped up filming Legendaries recently. So, so cool, man. It's very cool. That's how I got to play Enderboy, though.
And
It is
what
so cool. I want to see
Do
it.
you actually, in the Splash universe, do you prefer Enderboy, or who's your favorite character?
My favorite character. Okay, I'm not gonna say Enderboy. My favorite character is actually Lick. I love Lick. Lick, the Austin Warper in the recent film. Actually, that's the most recent one that came out. I feel like every time Ray puts out one, it just keeps getting better and better and better every time. I feel like Enderboy is probably the worst film. I'm gonna be honest. Not that it's bad, but it's like the others are better, 100%. And I think Lick.
Well, he
is the
got
best.
Mine after Enderboy. I remember that being a big thing.
He got what?
Because okay, you wouldn't have heard about this because you weren't in the moderator chat, but McCourse bugs everyone in the mod chat to use Minema at every possible opportunity.
Oh yeah. that's
Minema
like
is a
sort
mod
of
that lets
meme.
you.
What's that? What's mine, man?
It's a mod that lets you record basically independent of your computer's own performance. So, like, even if your computer is a piece of trash, you can still perfectly smooth 60 FPS clip.
Fun fact: what you're watching
and
right
anything.
now is being recorded in Minema.
Oh,
Damn. Well, anyway, that is it. I feel like Lick is my favorite character, not just because of the visuals. It's my favorite film, but also Lick is my favorite character. Like, just the way he is set up. Like, he's so cool. His backstory is good. I don't know. He's an interesting character, is what I'm saying. That's all it is. I like writing. So and I appreciate a good story and a good character. So
Okay.
I still haven't watched Lick. I need to go and watch that.
you need to watch Lick. Lick is the best
I haven't
one.
watched any of them. I'm actually so behind.
Ducky, what are you doing, man? Is it Legendaries is coming out soon.
What are you
and you
doing,
haven't
man?
seen
Ducky.
you haven't seen Enderboy yet. Come on, what are you doing?
Come
Just
on,
a self promotion.
Oh no.
Okay. Okay, and what about your audiobook, Outsiders? Do you have anything
Oh.
to say about that?
My audiobook Outsiders, it's a new project that I'm working on. Just finished up the script, and it's been sent out to voice actors currently in filming, and it's basically a story about. This is going to sound very similar to Ducky's, but me and Ducky actually talked about this, didn't we, Ducky? Like
Yeah,
how
yeah.
similar these were. Basically, it's about a dystopian government society who are at war with Middle Eastern countries, and they need more soldiers to fight in the war. So they take kids who fail a certain test out of school to fight in the war, and then there's a group of kids who rebel against it, and then then they find out that not all is meets the eye with this government, and they're doing some shady things with the kids that get picked to go out to war. Like, for example, they're trying
Like
to
any
test.
government actually would.
Yeah,
I'm just
and-
gonna put that out there.
It's like the most cliche thing you could think of, but the whole story doesn't. It's called The Outsiders for first. It doesn't actually focus on the government. The government's just there, and then it's a catalyst to what happens in the rest of the series. So the government they're testing on kids. They're trying to make them super soldiers and all this kind of stuff, like mutants, kind of like how like Captain America Bucky style, but it's a lot different than that. And to send them out into war so they can fight this war and win, but some of the tests go wrong. These kids that get sent off to these testing facilities find out, they escape, and then they're on the run. And the government is trying to track them down because they don't want the secrets to be revealed, and that's why it's called The Outsiders, because these kids are literal outsiders who shouldn't be there. And it's a whole thing. A lot of it is based on betrayal and characters and the relationships between the characters. I feel like that's where the heart of the show, the book, is going to be, just between the characters itself and not the actual plot. Which I've always wanted to make a really in detailed character relationship that just grinds your heart when like something bad happens. So that's the kind of style I'm going for. It's like if Hunger Games met The Walking Dead. Just think about it like that. So yeah, that's
Man, it
it.
sounds like you're really passionate about that.
I'm
Yeah.
so hyped. I'm so ready. I can't wait for the first one to come out. It should be coming out in like 3-4 weeks. So
So I gotta say,
Yeah.
it doesn't sound like. Sorry, I know this, I shouldn't be taking over from. I gotta say, I'm.
I love that.
Stop, crowd. I'm. It doesn't sound like I appreciate how into it you are.
Thank you.
So
Yeah.
So if I get a chance, I'll definitely listen to it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well,
I
I'm sure
do.
Also-
everyone enjoyed all of your time here. Everything has to come to an end, and you guys are gonna have to go now. And then I'll see
Wait, you're
you
saying we have to come to an end?
We
Bring us onto this talk show just.
Yes, I'm all gonna kill you one by one. Simply, this is all a trap to kill good machinima, so I can be the best one out there.
Why was that low key like a? Wait, you're trying to kill Enderboy? Oh no, Ray will just recast anyway, so it's okay.
Oh no.
Oh, you were
Guys.
recast.
No, literally, can I just say before we end here, Ray literally said, "If you die, I will recast Enderboy because all I've got to do is get someone that sounds like Spider-Man," and that broke my heart. I was like, "Oh."
You know it hurts when
One
you
last
expand
thing
the
on
wall.
Ray before we go, just to finish off that thought that I had earlier and I didn't quite get to finish. I know that he used mime after Enderboy because he made a tweet about it where he was like, "So thanks to McCourse being patient teaching me how, the laggy error of slightly insulting is over with the as soon as Enderboy comes out."
Yeah, Ray, you bitch, get a better computer.
Okay, well, I'm sure you'll enjoy it, and we will see. The viewers will see me after the ad, and they won't see you. I hope you enjoyed your time on this gray couch next to my cool and amazing desk.
Yeah.
With this stage that costs
Wait,
a lot
why
of
is
money.
the
That is
floor
real.
opening? Ah!
Goodbye. You're all gonna.
Thank you, Joel, for dealing with having us on. Thank you, everyone, for being here.
Yeah.
The floor just opens up, and you all fall down. Hey, are you a lazy son of a bitch who only wants to sit on your couch all day and play video games? Well, you're in luck. With the Nintendo Swap, you can play everywhere, even on your couch. Buy one today. That was fun. What did you think about those ads? I thought they were pretty awesome, and that totally wasn't me. Anyways, you can click here, somewhere on screen to subscribe and see the channels of the creators featured in this video. Bye, have a good time!